Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. As you may recall, on the last one, we did a run with the Stygian Guard, randomed our allies, and we actually ended up winning that one on Covenant rank 13. So now we're on to Covenant rank 14 here. And checking through the run history, it looks like it's been longest since we've done an Umbra run. We've got no wins with this to get this combo, no wins with this combo. None since 6, and none since 9. So honestly, either of these seems fine. There's definitely potential synergy right here, just with the remnant spells that give you effects based on having how many of your units have died. I could see that working well with in combination with the morsels of the Umbra. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And we are on Covenant rank 14 now. The new addition for that rank is the minor bosses having added HP, I believe. Okay, so you are going to remove buffs and debuffs, or have them anyways. That could be bad for our Gorge units that like to get lifesteal and damage shields, but I still think we kind of have to build around that because that's generally the win condition of Umbra. +2 per turn. We get one of those guys. I don't mind that. They can kind of be a tank. They're a little bit high on capacity for it, but I mean, we usually have a floor available for it. This probably isn't going to do a ton for us. I like these though. Uncommon or rare morsel units for free. That can really help if we have a Gorge unit. This could get us a lot of energy, whereas this obviously gets us card draw. So this is a tough choice. And I think we actually benefit a little more from the card draw, simply because we have our own sort of energy producing mechanics. And here, did they recently add that lifesteal to this Gorge effect? I mean, he doesn't get lifesteal on Gorge, he just starts with 2 lifesteal, and then has a Gorge effect. That's interesting. I think they might have recently added that. There was a recent small update that just went out. I didn't actually look at what changed. But let's see. Oh, so it doesn't get any more lifesteal. Just the Gorge effect goes up and up and up. I am still inclined though to go Architect, just because I know that makes us able to make one really strong floor, and that's kind of where I'm headed right now. I think I will turn this on. I don't think we have the damage to kill everybody, and so there's a good chance our pyre takes some heat. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of output here in terms of damage. Our biggest unit is our champion, and he's not that big. He's not the monstrous one. But I do think that the chance at an additional unit is pretty high, pretty good reward. So I think we do benefit quite well from taking this trial. So let's go ahead and build up a middle floor. That's the one I usually like to build. We'll put some morsel units behind, and I do want. Oh yeah, right. We get card draw. Of all the units we have to benefit from gorging, I think we'd prefer our champion to be gaining those benefits. So we'll just do this, and then I think I'll just put these guys down here for now. And this does nothing. I guess it consumes, so it gets it out of the draw. So now we have to kind of consider. I mean, he's only taking 2 damage. That's really not a big deal. I do think we want to put some more damage in here, though. Like that. Now, honestly, if we pile up 2 more of these guys, I think we get the gold. Yeah, and that's worth a fair bit to me. Um, why don't we, let's see, 2, 5. Let's put, we actually got good ones here. It's a shame. But let's maybe tank. Oh, we can't tank more than that. Um, so I guess we'll put these guys up on the top floor and then we'll get a good unit up here eventually. I mean, by a good unit, I mean probably a train steward, but that's about as good as we've got right now. Granted, I could have let those like cycle back through my deck and fed them to my to this guy. Oh yeah, and those do consume, so I guess that would have been the smarter choice. Especially now that we don't have room to play this. So we're gonna put this down here. We don't have room for any of these right now just because it's full, but we know that's gonna go away next round. We might as well get a little more out of that, and that's about all we have room for. A lot of our deck right now is like units, or at least requires capacity, because the spells we got from our starting clans are all like we don't really have any damage spells actually. We have 0 damage spells, 0 heals. It's kind of an interesting scenario. I hadn't really thought of that. This buys us a little time when the boss makes it up to that floor, which is about to happen, so I think it's worth doing. I think that's a fine option as well. And then we might as well just kind of see what we get out of these. So let's feed another damage shield up here. And like even if we put one out, if we put one here, it gets eaten by him. That might buy him, because he gets hit, he heal. Then he would eat. So I don't think it would buy him any more time. Let's put it right here and it'll buy this guy an extra turn. So we did an extra 5 damage. It's not amazing obviously, but it's something. Sadly we have no way of targeting that back unit with our total lack of damage spells, but this floor takes it, so we're content with this. We did manage to make our champion big enough to actually make a difference there, so that was nice. All of these are relevant options, honestly. All of them can be strong. It's just a matter of which we'd rather take. I'm leaning towards Prismal Dust, actually. Although we could have used some added capacity, and we did mention how every card in our deck requires capacity right now, pretty much. Like, everyone except for these, otherwise. Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely an argument there, but we just don't have good units yet. But, I mean, we're gonna get good units. I'm gonna go with Damage Shield, because it can save us, regardless. We don't really care for this. Descending a unit is good. It could be very strong. But, it's hard to take this when we're like, what units do we want to descend? Currently nothing, because we don't have any good units, really. But could also take this guy. I'll take him. I know he can be good. I was really hoping for a stronger Gorge unit, not one of these guys. I'll take this guy because we can gain a lot of money off of him. And I do think that can be relevant. We want another chance at a number unit. We're hoping for a good Gorger. Oh my, I forgot we unlocked this. We've never used him before. Now I really wish I'd taken that, I don't even remember what the artifact was, but it was something for energy, I think. I wish I'd taken that. I really want to take this. I'm trying to think of how we can possibly make it happen. There are a few ways. Like right now, the only way we would make it happen is this plus 1 morsel unit giving us energy. but I do think we've got options there. You do 200 damage. If I make that quick, granted I'd like to make it multi-strike, but if I make it quick, then you also kind of take care of, uh, man, what a crazy unit. Takes care of the fact that you know, tanking any damage. You should kill everything before you tank. Okay, before we get crazy investing in him, 10 damage, not a huge deal, but maybe we put it on you. I'd like to get this guy tanky and get this guy tanky, I think. Actually, maybe we give him damage because maybe we want to put him in the back behind our champion. Do we go for a reroll? It wouldn't leave us with enough even if we got multi-strike here. But if we get like HP, that would be good. It's not enough HP to be excited about, honestly, but it's something. I'm gonna put it on because we do need more HP on him. There. Now he's doing like reasonable damage. Our money situation's a bit low. I think we can afford this, especially for the money. And we didn't take any pyre damage last round, so it worked out better than expected. So we're in a little bit better of a spot. You have haste? No, just spikes. Okay. So yeah, right now this guy is pretty much a dead card, but eventually, eventually. I'm just trying to think. Would we rather our champion up here and set up like a mega floor on top, or would we rather down here? And I think because of the way it is, I think we want him up here. Because of their rage. I know I forgot we're dazed, but it doesn't matter too much. So we want something to tank for our champ here. I want my champ to get that lifesteal though. I think that could be really great. But we want to tank for him because even just taking 5 damage off is pretty significant. So let's put this guy out front. And then go ahead and make him last super long time. Except not really. We'll hold on to this because we can make use of it later on. So it's rough taking those hits already, but we kind of knew that was coming. Yeah, I expected this to show up soon, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do to get that. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of both of these. Anything with lifesteal or damage shield is priority. Didn't get either of those. We could put 2 units that attack down, and they would get to kill 2 units, but you're in danger of death. I'm considering just putting a damage shield on him, though. We could put a train steward in front of him, but that kind of ruins our capacity situation. This pairing takes up quite a bit of space. Let's see, you're taking, yeah, if we block 1 point of damage, you'll survive with 1 health. It's not obviously good, but it's not as bad. Then again, yeah, we can just block it all between 1 unit blocking and a damage shield. I'm going to go ahead and put this down first. You're gaining 13 HP? Oh, because of the lifesteal. Okay, so maybe we don't need to give you damage shield now. Maybe now we can actually afford to put some train stewards down here instead. You're dishing 6 damage. He would kill himself on the spikes, but at least we'd do an attack. Or we put him down here. And we give them... Well, these guys are just going to kill themselves on the spikes. You can either use it to block 2 damage or dish 3 damage, and I think we dish the 3 damage. We could still consume this, but I'm not sure there's a good reason to. We don't mind if this guy dies. And I think it's fine to kill off one of these, because we don't want to fill our deck with too many of them. So we're getting paid off of the top floor at least, even if we miss out on that payment. Okay. So I'm inclined to do this. And because I'm inclined to, I'm gunsta. Let's do that. We'll kill off everything on that floor. Let's see what we get here. +1 energy. Technically, he eats that. He gives us +2. If we get a lucky draw, we could be seeing a giant unit with nowhere to go. Dang. Okay. It's a good point. Good point. All right, you can block one attack. So it's gonna take a little bit to get that unit to work out for us, I'm sure. But man, if we could see, we can afford to play him now, but nowhere to put him. But if we can figure it out, whew, I think it'll be good. Now, up here, up high, 5 damage to him. I'm gonna do this, see what we get. I think it's worth giving him the +3 HP and then defending with this guy. He'll block all of the attacks. We have 5 mana, so now's a good time to bust this out. And we do want to put it on our champ. And sure. This guy has spikes on his own already. So I guess she doesn't enchant him. Just non-bosses or something. Okay. This floor is I'm not expecting a lot out of. Let's see what we get. +3 damage, +3 damage, or +1 energy. I don't think +1 energy's buying us much on next turn, so we'll just go ahead and do this. And I think that's the end of that. We're just hoping our top floor has the damage to really make it worth having around, and nice, we do. We do want to put units out to die, just so that we get more harvest triggers. One of the few times where it's relevant to play something even when you see that the boss is already dead. Okay. These are all 3 good ways of gaining Ember. This could give us Ember, like, immediately. This could give us Ember immediately, but also requires, you know, killing with it. But the fact that it gives us a spell that can target back the line units is quite nice. Thing is, it does ×X, so gaining 2 Ember off of it, you're not going to get to 6 Ember. This one you could gain to 6 Ember, and this obviously you can gain to 6 Ember. The only problem here is that it's going to be, you gotta wait till you draw this card, use it, then it puts these excavated embers in your discard pile, so you gotta wait for it to come all the way back around again before you can actually gain the ember off of them. So it's a slow play, whereas this could be a lot faster. But then you have to draw this exactly on the same turn that you have the big unit. Whereas this, you have 3 cards going into your discard that you can draw whenever you have the big guy. So I guess I'll go with this because we do have the card draw to make it maybe a little easier to happen. This is good. I do really like these units that give stealth. I'm almost thinking maybe we want Descend though, so we can clear a floor for our big guy. If we've played stuff on the floor and we know that his time is coming up. There's a certain temptation to go duplicate our giant guy. But I mean, we're still having troubles casting 1. Is casting 2 really a good idea? Probably not. But it's just like it's so tempting. If we could get even 1 of them out, awesome. If we could get 2 of them out, gee, can you imagine? Can you even imagine? I do think we want to go this way. Getting the health will be nice too. We could duplicate this and then just really increase our energy plus card draw at that stage. I'm not sure what else we would really want to duplicate looking through the deck. So I think that's our choice. I think that's what we'll do. Like, like I've said, there's a very high temptation just to do this, but I think it kind of is a bad move. Whereas this has a lot more has a stronger use case, I think. Stronger usability. Higher usability. Okay, I've seen this pretty recently on a stream I was watching. So we get to draft a card. Would we prefer to get a Hellhorned, an Awoken, or a Stygian card? And I'm thinking like, I don't think any of those are really going to be something that gives us a bunch of Ember. I can't think of anything that gives you Ember from any of those 3. Awoken cards can kind of like, if you get, what's that song? Something song? Channel song? Chant song? That one spell from the Awoken that draws out a unit and makes it plus 20 and free. That obviously would work really well. Channel song, that's what it is, channel song. So that could work really well if we got that. From here, I don't think anything really helps us get that unit out. So maybe we'll try for Awoken. There's other good stuff in there too, I'm sure. So no channel song. We could do this to have a better chance at drawing him, and we can reduce the cost of his card by a lot. There's definitely a good argument for that. I think that's our use case. I was just thinking, Adaptive Mutation, is there anything we would love to see that on? I mean, we could do that, but then it just dies really quick. Yeah, there's not really anything. So let's take this. Let's move along. I think our deck is on the verge of being good. Hopefully right now it's good enough to keep up. It's kind of a thing with this game is that your deck always ends up getting like stronger and stronger as you go. It's just a matter of it being strong enough to make it far enough for your deck to start popping off. That's what really matters. Putting him here, he's gonna die, but we're doing that knowing that. It does take 2 of them to kill him. So there is a play here. I want this though. So we're gonna keep it on him. I was going to put 1 here to tank another hit and then put... it wouldn't have made sense anyways. I don't mind if this unit dies. there's no where we can put it where we like make better use of it than just having it die off. I think that's fine. We don't really care for those cards too much, which is a sign that we kind of have a lot of stuff we could potentially remove from the deck to good effect. So getting this early is nice. Granted, we did draw the big guy already, so we have to wait for him to come back around. But I think this still works out fine. We'll give him lifesteal, because obviously that's a solid option. And give him another 3 health, because keeping him alive is important. Let's go ahead and dish 35 damage to that thing. So it's going to die here, which means if we put this guy down, he dies. But we can put a morsel between. There, now we got that dead, which is really nice. I don't think playing this for 1 is worth it. Might regret that if they put a bomb here next turn. Then again, that wouldn't have made too big a difference, probably. But these explosives, there we go, going off twice, is definitely a pain. Like a very painful situation. Okay, I'm just trying to think. How do we survive this bomb? We can block 2 attacks, and then 20 damage gets dealt. And technically we survive. Do we get to hit with our lifesteal? Then yes, I think we do, and I think that gets us healed back to full. So I think this works out. So that blocks that damage. I kind of do want to get this, but I don't think we're going to get it regardless. So that blocks that, that blocks that. 2 bombs are going to hit him, and then he's going to attack and heal it all up anyways. So solid stuff. If I put this guy down, he is going to just get dazed. I think we leave 1 floor for this guy plus some drag, and then 1 floor we gotta leave possibly open for our big boy if he makes it. We could do this, but then again we're not leaving that floor open like we were kind of planning to. The drip falls make it possible for us to get past that. The problem is we have the drip fall now and we don't have a unit we want to bring down. We want to put the Ember Forge up here and then drip fall it to the 2nd floor at the back. I think that would be fine for us. Granted, we wouldn't be able to put morsels down, which is kind of bad. So maybe that's not our best option anyways. Considering that, maybe this floor should be up here. Then this floor and this floor can kind of drip fall into each other. Yeah, I think that's going to be our play in the future. And I'm kind of overthinking things for now. We can get rid of that. I don't care for it right now. Let's see what we get here. I don't know that we can even make use of it. I mean, technically we could do this and this. But then again, we have that same problem. There, he's going to survive and dish 9 damage as a result. So we got a benefit out of it. We took 1 damage to the pyre. I can live with that. You give haste. That is a little bit problematic. I think this is this worth doing right now? I think we do this. And we'll do this too, because we know that they're coming up. And then we do this. My only concern with doing that is that we're going to draw this guy right now. That would be a pain. We didn't. Now we kind of want to take care of this floor, so let's put some, yeah, some good old tasty morsels down. And I think it's fine that he takes 3 damage here. That's fine. We definitely want to leave that bottom floor open now that we've met our conditions for summoning the big guy. We just need to get a little bit of luck on our side. Not much. Oh, oh, that's more than a little luck. Okay, now I have actually some things to consider. Do I put him down and then descend? Probably. Probably that makes the most sense. Jesus. What do we want to draw? I mean, should we do this? Eventually, I guess we get back around to drawing, potentially drawing that. That would be huge, but the problem is if we'd have to draw through these 3 cards next, and then we'd have one chance to draw what we want. If we miss, we just waste a whole bunch of Ember. Do we want those cards? I want one of those cards. I'll do it for one. Yeah, go ahead. So, sadly, a lot of this is making it up. Fortunately, they don't dish a lot of damage. Are you already dead? You are already dead. That makes it even more so. I should have definitely put a morsel down instead to get some money. I just, I got this guy out finally, so I'm so excited for him. I had to do something. Yes. Yes, I think we very much want this. I'm just curious, is that big shadow guy considered a morsel unit? He's a construct. That makes more sense. I was just curious. I guess he would be eaten if he was considered a morsel unit, and that would be terrible. I don't know if we need anything now, which is really weird. But like, do we need any of this? This guy's so good. But like the way we're setting things up, we don't really have room for him. And we kind of have a game plan, and none of these kind of really fit into it. Maybe we can make him fit. Whew. Tough, tough stuff. Okay, I think we do take this. I think we take this, though I really kind of want to go with capacity, but I think we got to go with energy just to make it that much easier for us to make our big guy happen. And I think he's kind of our win condition, so we want to buff him. So maybe we do go this way. Though this is really nice. I don't know if we want a unit, since we just kind of skipped. But we do want to remove. We want to top up some HP is nice, and then we want to buff our big guy. So this is the way to go. Let's be smart-ish and go this way. We can definitely afford to remove probably 2 train stewards, though there's a temptation to remove a drag instead. Like, that's going to be hard to swing. Yikes. That would make him 6 capacity? I don't think we could even play him. Yeah, no, so that won't work. This we like to see on this guy. We could make him 5 capacity, but then we can't. I was hoping to fit this guy behind, and then it's nice to sometimes put this guy in front. I don't think we have a use for this, just because we don't have the capacity. Like, that's even not bad, but it makes it hard to play. We have capacity issues. We're waiting for something good on him, so let's reroll. And I do think quick is good enough. He's gonna have trample now, so that'll really take care of some of that that extra bit. Well, he's gonna have trample if we put it on him, which is kind of what I'm intending to do. So Hopefully he'll have trample now. Making that guy a little stronger in that regard's fine. That's not bad. I mean, we do like him dying for the extinguish effect, but we also don't mind if he can tank a little bit more before he dies necessarily. Do we want to have him last a little longer? Like he can take 3 hits before he dies? I think there's a strong argument to be made for that. And we just don't have room for these guys now. It's basically what it comes down to. So I'll purge another one. I'll save the last bit of money rather than purging again. This could be the better choice. This could definitely be the better choice. If we can get him to full size floor upgrade, we might actually be able to. We don't do spell damage, so easy money. We might be able to fit him more on his floor. We might be able to fit the big guy whose name I should remember, Shadow Siege, on the same floor as him. We learned last time we want to put this on their top floor here. Although it did work out nicely to drip these guys down behind this unit. So maybe that's actually the better play. And maybe we didn't learn quite as much as we thought we did. This is nice. That doesn't matter where we put him. Oh, yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, so we're definitely not getting to that. We do have enough health that this guy can survive on his own. We could even give him a blocker, so let's do that. I'm not sure which floor we want to go with. Maybe this floor. We'll set this one up with the volcano. I forget what it's called or what it. Yeah. So I do like to stack lifesteal and such on this guy. Give him the morsel miner for sure. We can put another 3 damage out, or we can. Nope, that just makes more sense. Since these guys burn out, but we wouldn't want to. Oh, we're gonna run out of space here. I just realized, yeah, we're not gonna have room for the volcano guy because of the way the morsel maker summons units. Well, we kind of messed that one up a little bit, but that's okay. I think this is good. We could do it to him. We know we're not drawing our big guy with the spike. Doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad idea to do it though. Could draw these out for us right away. Not to mention could draw this guy. I mean, we're gonna draw those anyways before he comes back around, so maybe that's a good enough argument not to do it. But we have the extra ember right now, and it's like, though what is it gonna make cheaper? These 3 things at best? So yeah, I guess we don't cast it right now. We want to give this guy some morsel units. Damage shield is nice. Don't love that guy's surviving. If we add 9 damage, he would not, I mean, he would still survive, but with less, but I mean, doesn't make a difference because it's going to kill him in 1 shot. Oh, these guys are getting stronger every round. That's what's happening. I mean, I almost certainly should have known that already, but I didn't read the thing, so sue me. We'll do that, that's nice. See what morsels we get out of this. Lifesteal is always welcome here. We're out of room there. I think we're good. We are letting some damage up to our Pyre this time, but we've got that Pyre health, so we're okay to do this. Okay. I think this is fine. We just really hope we draw Drip before or on the same turn as our big unit. We need the whole floor for the big unit? I can't remember now. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Big unit is 5 capacities, so the answer is yes. So I can put him down, and that's fine. Ah, well now I wish I hadn't. Put him down here at least. Do that. We got room for the morsels up here, so let's do that. And we could do this to absorb one attack. I think that's fine. Granted, we're letting more damage up to our Pyre, but I think that's just something we have to accept at this point. Not drawing the drip fall is really painful here, but we have a chance at getting it. We have a... No, but if we do this, we say bye to this. So I think this is our best option. Alright, let's try for drip fall anyways. This is not working out. We went heavy on it and it did not pay off for us here. It's a pain. It really is, but put trample on him instead. He's already pretty strong. Let's keep him getting stronger. Yeah, this guy's harder to play. We gotta make sure we have this thing in front first. That was the mistake we made here, but we're keeping on. We could do this. We could hit drip, and that'd be okay. 2 cards left in the deck. Are we gonna get it? Nope. Well, I mean, you know, what can you do at that point? What can you say? Add a damage shield? Yeah, let's add another layer of damage shield on that guy. And let's give this guy some life steal. And there's no room, so we won't bother casting that. Final wave, finally got drip. That said, do we want to drip this guy down here? Probably not. Let's see what we get out of here. Why it matters, and it did matter somewhat, is now we can make... No, we can only make 5 Ember happen on the next turn. Without this guy, that is. Because, yeah, we currently have 4. That's a weird number. Thought this guy's giving us +2. And we naturally have 3. Oh, I've done this already. That's right. So it does matter. With these 2 units, +4, that equals 6, we could get there. And because we have an extra 1 space, let's keep adding damage shield here. So the bottom floor is not getting much done. It's a pain, but that's fine. We did get a lot of bad cards in our... Yikes. How much damage do you do? 5? How much damage shield do you have? 9? Yeah, we're better off leaving this up to our champ. As much as I wanted to play him, we're better off leaving it to our champion. You're dead, yeah. Let's do this to get as much money out of it as possible. There we go. Feels bad to go the whole round and not be able to get that big guy out, considering that's kind of what we've been going for. This'll help. We have to make sure we don't cast it on the wrong floor. And honestly, there's not really a great floor for it, but I think we can afford to do it on the floor with our champion on it. No, we don't want draft units, and we don't really need either of those. So, I don't think we have a duplicate target. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we'd want. We could duplicate another one, but it's already plenty, I think. I think we go this way. Though I do like a free artifact. Neither side's giving us pyre health, which is kind of a pain. We get health there. But we might want to go to the trinket shop there, just because we are making quite a bit of money. Alright, let's go this way. And I think we start here. Definitely don't need you. And I think we cut one of these, just because we don't need that many of them. Not really sure what we'd want endless on. Maybe this guy? Sure. Nothing here that we're too crazy for. Giving this guy extra damage is okay. Ah, we can't afford to put this on the big guy. I was really hoping to give him multi-strike, but we can't fit this. We don't have that capacity. We could give him damage shield, but I mean it doesn't seem too relevant. Add another 25 HP. It's not bad, I suppose. You'd really like to see him get multi-strike. Just to make sure that he is that high damage beast you want him to be. And I think we can afford to purge one of these guys at this point. Our deck's getting pretty thin, and we're not really looking to add a whole bunch. And we're getting to free purge, so... Oh, I guess we have nothing that can even apply to. So let's purge one of these guys. And yeah, we're getting a very thin deck now. It's maybe a bit concerning. Hopefully we're not causing ourselves too much trouble. That could be very painful, the stealth. I don't think we turn this on, even for a random artifact. There's a few artifacts that could be worth it, but I think the spikes will just hurt too much. This guy having sweep already and slay effects, oof, that's nasty. This is going to be a bit of a rough fight. I think we're going to end up taking some pyre damage, and our pyre's already in a slightly rough spot. We can't cast this unit yet. We've learned from before that that's not a good option. I think we can just afford to put this guy out here, dish a good chunk of damage to these ones. I think the reason we wanted to put him on top was so that we could have room on other floors. We don't really need that room on other floors now. We could potentially just put them right here even. But then you'd be taking damage. The reason we don't put the morsel maker behind our big guy here is because we just have better morsels coming out, that we don't really need these two specific morsels. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's worth it though. But then it'd be hard to fit our harvest guy back there. And he's making us mad stacks of cash, to be explicit. So we want this, and we want this. Throw that out there, because of course... we're not getting this guy, unfortunately. There's just no way we can do it with where we cast things. Do we... Oh, he's sweep, so no matter what we put down here, it'll die. And he gains rage on sweep, so we don't really want to give him rage. But is it worth... It's not worth much. Putting that guy down. Give this guy a little extra HP and we'll let him eat that thing for an extra bit of energy. Did we already draw our big guy? Yeah, we did. We started with him. Seem to start with him in our hand a lot, which is unfortunate because first turn we're almost never gonna have enough, probably never gonna have enough Ember. I think we can afford to do this. He's not gonna die yet, which is nice. Could do this, clear this floor up, but then we have no room on this floor. Lifesteal is very nice. Let's cast that and see what we get. More lifesteal, even nicer. And sure, we'll give the guy at the front some damage. You're not surviving, you are, but you don't do damage, so we don't care. You're sweep unit, so putting this guy down here does nothing but give him slay triggers, which I should have realized before I put these two units down. Units being morsels there. I guess we'll put him up here. So we did inadvertently make that guy stronger. This is an interesting turn. We could very easily draw into our big guy and we don't have room for him. But at the same time, if we make him cost -9, we didn't draw into him anyways. If we did make him cost -9, it could have been great. Is that lifesteal? Nice. We like lifesteal. Ah, sweep unit. Sweep unit. Damn it. Remember that. Alright, energy. It's like we're yeah, I don't know, man. We didn't leave ourselves space here, so we can't cast him up here like we wanted to. We're definitely having capacity issues. I think we can do this. Fruit. Oh, we made it one smaller. Oh, no. We should have descended that and then just... Oh, no. Dang it. This is terrible news. Can I draw? I didn't even draw into what I wanted. I was hoping to draw into Prismal Dust. Since I had so much energy, I would just stack it on him again. Now I'm like, yeah, in a bit of trouble. Let's go into this guy, which isn't really what we wanted here. Youch, that really hurt our... That hurt our caboose. I think we put it on him. Although it doesn't matter if it's on him. Actually, no, it doesn't. Because this guy stops making morsels after the first round anyways. So we could put it on him. Just buys us more turns. Which is about all we can hope for anyways. Speaking of buying turns, we're just gonna eat through as much stealth as we can on that floor. How dead are you? Not dead, but close, and she's gonna be very, very dead once she makes it up there. There's no money to be made on that one, but okay. We took a lot of fire damage. 24? Yeah, that's way too much. I think we need this. This is very nice. This is also very nice. This helps us. This actually gives us damage to enemy units, which is something we lack from spells. I think we could afford to go this way. We kind of need the health, and you know, let's see what we get out of here. One thing I want to do is I want to make this a little bit cheaper. I was like, usually we use this on like restore or torch, but we could do it here, I guess. But I mean, I don't really want to do that. Is there something we want to make not consume? Maybe our packed morsels? Actually, this. We get enough energy on certain turns, and we come back around to that enough times that I think it's worth doing. And sure. Sure. It's gonna be interesting, but I think it's good. That I don't mind. We'll make it cost one less, I think. Although drip costing one less, drip fall I should say, costing one less is probably very good for us too. So this is interesting. We gotta play it right, and we also have to get a little bit lucky maybe. But I think we can make it through here, and if we do, this might be the last floor where it's like actually kind of a problem to make it through. Maybe I'm crazy. Or maybe I'm the only one who's making sense around here. We can't put this guy down, which is really annoying that they keep putting the wrong units ahead for me. I could do this. If it draws out our big guy, we already get a solid option, so let's try it. Well, this is the one time he doesn't show up early for us. That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. That's what it is. Kinda didn't want to do that, but at the same time, it's maybe okay. The reason we kinda didn't want to do that is because now he's not going to gorge, and that's sort of what we want to have happen. But now that we've kind of gone into it, let's just go fully into it, I guess. You're gonna get strong, boy. Let's put this unit up here to do a little damage on the next turn. We'll give him a little snack. Alright, so they got multi-strike, so it actually works out that guy being there. He's just gonna kind of tank for us. I think this is fine. Since we don't consume that anymore, we might as well just stack it up. Stack it up, stack it up. I don't mind doing that. Kind of want this guy to burn out, but at the same time, I guess if we do this, he just... You know what? Let's do it up here. That makes more sense. This is a bit of a weird deck, I gotta say. All the mana gain and stuff, it's an interesting mechanic. So I think here that'll be good. Although I know we're not killing these guys, and they deal a lot of damage. Also, I had this in hand and I didn't realize. Okay, how are you doing? Let's give you a little help. This is a weird one. And we are very close to dying. In fact, we're almost certainly going to die right now because we are not killing units fast enough. What a weird deck we made. Weird and unfortunate deck. Oh, I think it does enough to save us. Only like just, but I think it's still enough. This is not ideal. We were hoping to get something a little... You have sweep? You gotta tell me when you have sweep. It's like law or something. This consumes, so we hold on to it. Granted, that means that guy lives and we definitely die. How rude. We're gonna die on this due to these guys, and there's nothing we can do about it. We can finally play our big guy, because I can do this and this, but he's dazed, so they're gonna survive and kill my pyre. We finally made it work, just in time to watch it all slip away. Congratulations. You got. Ah, well. We were close, and I think there's something to it. That big unit is a bit of a trap because it's so hard to play, but if you can make it work, oh, and we were so close to making it work. If you can make it work, I think that's a win right there for you. Well, thanks for checking me out, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.